Hi, everybody, and welcome to Style by Spirituality. I'm Madeline, and today I am going to be sharing another book review of a book that I read and finished probably a couple of weeks ago, actually, because I'm on to a new one. But unfortunately, I don't have it in solid form right now to show you. I had recently gifted it to someone I work with that I felt could benefit from the book, and it was just a beautiful book that needed to be shared. It is Spirit Junkie by Gabrielle Bernstein. Um, and if you don't know who this woman is, let me tell you, you need to check her out. She is, the essence of what our generation, is about and what we stand for. And, she's a leader. She's a leader. She has a blog. She also, I think she has a blog. I maybe no, she doesn't have a blog. She has a vlog. Sorry, that's what it is. A vlog, Gabby TV, where she shares a lot of her journey basically, and some meditations, some ways of manifesting, just things that she's figured out in her journey of life that have helped her get to where she is. And let me tell you guys, she is in a place she may have never even dreamed she would have gotten to, and she's done it in such a graceful and peaceful way. So yeah, she has other books. And just check her out. Just check her out. Google her. Check her out. She is amazing. So the book that I read was Spirit Junkie, as I had mentioned earlier. And what I got from the book and what I benefited from the book was I learned a lot about my ego, and Reno and I have been kind of addressing the ego and fear and all the stuff that kind of comes along with it. And this is all brand new to us. Like, this is all brand new to us. This is all stuff that we didn't even think was even available to us. Just the whole idea of basically thinking differently and looking at some of the things that you go through and experience, um, and yeah, and where that comes from, and ways to work around different situations and scenarios that may happen in your life, and being aware of how you react, right? So, but Gabby really focuses on love, and she, and it's not even love in a way. It's more of a self-love, like a radical, and that's what the book on the title is, a radical way of self-love, and not not viewing it as a narcissistic way. There are many ways of loving yourself, through the food you eat, through what you watch on TV, the type of music you're putting into your ears. um, just being aware and being, of course, as Reno and I are constantly talking about, is consciousness. So that's really, it all kind of bubbled into that. And, she stresses in her book, that the ego isn't real. And my last book review with The Untethered Soul, it was the same thing with Michael Singer. It's the same thing, the ego isn't real. And once we begin to recognize that, just the beauty and the abundance um, that comes out of just recognizing how you react, and how fear plays a role in your life, and what areas in life you have fear and lack self love. So she says that we are born into love, but at some point in our lives we lose it. And and she stresses, we are all equal. We are all equal. It does not matter what race, what social status, we are all equal. So, being able to being able to understand that, and not being intimidated by each other. If you feel like someone is in a particular place, and understanding that that person had to go through, may not have to go through all the stuff that you went through, but it has their own shit they're dealing with too, and that they have to go through in order to be where they are, or to get to where they want to be. Also, a quote that I actually shared it on my Facebook, and people were loving it, loving it, loving it. But the quote that really, really resonated with me from this book, um, Gabby says, as an adolescent, I chose to be faithful to the ego. I was totally obsessed with what other people thought of me, who I was friends with, and what I looked like. My moment to moment thoughts were consumed with fear about these issues. From childhood up until my 20s, I cannot remember a time when my mind was free from fear. To make matters worse, I was obsessed with coolness of the girls in the popular crowd and with the uncool how uncool I seemed to be by in comparison. I chose to see those girls as separate from or better than me. The ego convinces us that we are better or worse than everyone around us. The ego's illusion convinces us to believe thoughts like, I'm not good enough to get into that school, or I'm incomplete without that man, or I'm way more popular than that girl. Deep down, we know these thoughts are false, but we believe in them nonetheless. In my case, because I felt so misunderstood and disconnected from contemporaries, my egos convinced me that they were the problem. They don't get me. They're a bunch of assholes. My ego made me the victim. The ego loves to make victims out of us. So, that was one that just boom, just hit me right there. And I was like, oh my goodness. I exactly what I went through and exactly what I was experiencing. I was worried about what other people thought of me. I was worried about who was doing what, where they were in life, and that all that shit. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because we are on our own journeys. At the end of the day, we are on our own journeys. We all are experiencing a human experience. So to take things in and internalize them as something that is a part of you is just nuts. It's nuts. And we fall for it. We fall for it. I mean, I have. I'm sure there's a lot of you out there who have, and it's our own mind tricks that we play on ourselves. So yeah, I hope that was helpful. I hope I put a little seed in your brain to say, yeah, I'm gonna get that book because it's amazing, especially you women. Also, Gabby has a website called Her Future for you ladies, herfuture.com. It's a community of women who are basically just supporting each other. And that's the kind of stuff we need. That is the shit we need. We don't need these dirty.com websites that y'all be, getting your shit into. No, 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 no. There are websites out there that are about love, that are about peace, and women, we need to come together. We need to support each other. We need to love one another, and we need to love ourselves. So love, peace, and hair grease, y'all. Check out Spiritual Sundays as usual. And yeah, I hope I was helpful. Feel free to comment below and have a great one.